cattle are on the move on the Birdwell and Clark Ranch that ranges across more than 14,000 acres of North Texas. It's a scene that's repeated several times each day as husband and wife Emry Birdwell and Deborah Clark lift the fence wire and move their single herd of stocker cattle.
We have what we call a time-managed grazing method, or regenerative grazing. We have 140 permanent paddocks, and we'll run one herd of 5,000 all winter into the middle of the summer.
So this big herd moves anywhere from 3 to 6 times a day. It depends on the quality and the size of the paddock in front of us, the quality of the grasses that we see. 3 to 5, 4 to 6, again, it's multiple moves a day.
We don't want to stay any one place too long, and so by moving every day, we're not doing that. We don't want to get back to that place too quick. So we have to have our grazing planning to know that we're not going to be back, and we have to monitor our grass growth and what's going on out here.
The Birdwell and Clark Ranch was founded in 2004. Emry grew up in the cattle business, but for Deborah, grazing cattle to make a living from the land was a new experience.
I'm married into this, it's not in my DNA. And so I didn't know what all I was looking at. When now through the lens of 14 years, I realized that what I was looking at was largely a monoculture of the little blue stem. There was about 25% of the ranch was bare ground. There were areas of the ranch that were definitely overgrazed, and there were areas of the ranch that were definitely undergrazed.
The thing about what we do is every day we got a chance to learn something new, whether it's the grass, the cattle, or each other.
Emry and Deborah take a holistic approach to managing their land and using animal impact to improve forage diversity. They began with 3 herds of stocker cattle, but when severe drought hit in 2011, they switched to running as many as 5,000 head in a single herd.
One herd grazing is not new science, but one herd grazing at this scale has, as far as I know, never been done.
We were seeing positive impacts from the 3 herds, but when we combined into that one big herd, the benefits that were produced were explosive. In that, it was the diversity of the grasses and the forbs. It was in covering the bare ground, just like what you see behind me.
It forced us first to go to the one herd grazing method. Then we had to come up with a water plan. We knew someday we was going to have to fix the water, and we were forced to fix it. So we went to land pipeline.
Fixing the water included a partnership with NRCS to run more than 25 miles of pipeline throughout the ranch. Then Emry had the idea of cutting a propane tank in 2 to create a mobile watering trough.
Well, we move the cattle, and then at the same time we move that water trough, we'll have a valve set up in that paddock where we can hook that poly pipe that's connected to that water trough to that valve and turn the water on and go. And then every time they move to change permanent paddocks, we move that water trough with them.
We use that mobile water trough throughout the entire ranch, moving it to areas where we want to see animal impact, or in areas where we don't need the animal impact, we move it away from that. But that's what that mobile water trough offers us, tremendous flexibility in using the entire resource of the ranch.
With the water system in place, cattle have been fenced out of riparian areas and stock tanks, allowing for better grazing distribution and rest periods of as much as 120 days for each paddock. And after 14 years of time-managed grazing, the positive impact on the land is visible.
I believe that people can look at what Emry and Deborah have done here with just grazing management. And they have turned this place around and brought the whole ranch in an upward swing of condition and much more healthy environment. None of it is at risk now. They've rescued all the areas that were really sick, and its total ranch is in good condition and getting better.
The fact that we've covered up that bare ground, that's more proof to me than anything that what we're doing is right.
We are ranching so that we can improve the health of this soil, we can increase the organic matter, we can capture the carbon, sequester it and put it down into the soil. Once you get that soil health moving in the right direction, the benefits can be seen in the grasses, and certainly that results in more pounds on your cattle.
You could say that Deborah and Emry, they could bring the piece of ground back to life. This grass here is a eastern gamma grass, and this grass didn't make a presence on this ranch till about 5 or 6 years ago. And it's due to Deborah and Emry's system and their management style that this grass and many others like it have shown up in different parts of the ranch.
Eastern gamagrass is just one indicator of resource health. With plant diversity, wildlife habitat is abundant, and Emry and Deborah often host visitors to share the variety of ways they're trying to continuously improve the ranch. And each day, they work together to build a legacy on the land.
We've been given a gift, and it's our responsibility to take care of it. And in this regard, it's not just to keep it in a sustainable state, but it's to improve it in a regenerative state. That's what stewardship means to me. It's our obligation to take care of this gift we've been given.
Right now, I actually love growing grass and improving this ground because there's not going to be any more land, and this is our legacy. This is our chance to make a difference.